We'll see how far I get with this video. I'm expecting somebody to get here, so I'm not sure how far I'll get with it, or if I'll have to redo it. So this is the 5th video for the Book 4 of Vivaldi D minor Concerto for Viola, the first movement. This is going to be the last 2 notes on the first page, which you need to just memorize, and the top of the second page. So pick up into 28. So this is that shift we started working on day 1, the very first day where we shift from B flat to D. Oops. Your goal is to go slow enough to not overshoot and to hear when you get there. You will get much more accurate at the shifts much more quickly if you go slow and you really hear. Try to have the note in the head that you're going to. I'm hearing the B flat now. Make sure your thumb is loose. Make sure your hand's not gripping the side of the violin. Some people like to shift completely with harmonics. So just really have that shift solid. Now we're going to add the 4th finger. That's our perfect 4th. Here Comes the Bride, Oh Christmas Tree. First part of Hunter's Chorus. Same interval. Perfect 4th. So that's that part of it. So you want to get that shift so it's just you can do it 10 times in a row. And it's there every time and accurate. Then we are going to work on our finger patterns in 3rd position. So we have 1 flat, 1 key of D minor. On the D string, first finger's playing G, second finger's playing A. I really encourage you to check that note. People tend to go sharp. Just as a rule, something when we shift and go into positions, our second fingers tend to be sharp. 2 and 3 is a half step for B flat, and then C. See, I want to go sharp. On the A string, we have D, whole step to E, half step to F, whole step to G. And you want to know your letter names. You could play a G natural minor scale. Is that really G natural minor scale? No, it's not. It's really not. But you could play that finger up and down to hear those. Get really comfortable with it. Then you could do some thirds. So I'm just going 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. And then you could do arpeggios. G, B flat, D, B, G. You could do some stuff like that. So get comfortable with that finger pattern. That's the next step. So then we are going to look at just that little measure 28 and the pickup into it. Let's start with just 28. One thing I would do is I'd play all 16th notes. So I've got a G. I'm going to play 3 16th notes on it. Then a 16th note on F, 16th note on E, on D, C, B flat, and then 2 on the A. One of the things people do on this, they slur the A into it. So I would suggest just starting with that slur. Not liking my intonation today. And really figure out where is that slur at. Then put a stop at the end of it. Stop and change bows to the A. So then you can add the G into it. Then you can add the shift. Those are both up bows, so there's 4/16. And then do your shift. And then make sure you do the decrescendo. It doesn't say how low to go, so you can decide how low you want to go. So that is that problem. That's a really gets people. Okay, I forgot to talk about treble clef. So we switch into treble clef there. So if you're not experienced reading treble clef, this gives you some experience. It's much easier to shift into treble clef than it is to read all those ledger lines. So the first note on the top of the second page, measure 28, that's a G. So if you're on a violin, that would be second finger on the E string. But it's going to be third position, fourth finger. Then we go down the scale. F, E, D, we go to the D string, C, B flat, A. So you want to really learn where that A is at. And also, yeah, that E helps a lot. So that's what you're playing there. It can take a while to get used to reading that. This part actually goes lower than you usually go reading treble clef. You don't end up reading treble clef a lot on the D and the G strings on viola. It's good to know it for the times that you do have to read it. The part after that gets people too. And we'll see if we get through it or not. So if you look at the part after that, we've got blueberry, huckleberry, blueberry, huckleberry, blueberry, huckleberry. Then we go to alto clef. Blueberry, huckleberry, blueberry, huckleberry, blueberry, huckleberry, blueberry, huckleberry, apple. That tricks people. I think it's the bowing. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to do the bowing. We're going to do down, blueberry, huckleberry. Then we go up. Berry, huckleberry. Down, blue, berry, huckleberry. Blueberry, huckleberry. Blueberry, huckleberry. Blueberry, huckleberry. Blueberry, huckleberry. So the eighth note sometimes is down and sometimes is up. And I do think that's one of the things that messes people up. So get comfortable with that bowing on an open string. You could then do it, you know, going through it on open strings. How am I fingering this? Okay, let me start over.